In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go in Week 11. Fielded at the 7. Making some progress here. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Lion.
Right to the air is Herbert. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Count it.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they can be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. He goes the distance, touchdown, LA! The Chargers take a 6-0 lead right away.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. And the first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Pass play coming here. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 6-yard gain on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Jeanty from the gun. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Taking a chance to the end zone. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish up their opening drive. Jaden Reed, the touchdown.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Extra point is good by Gonzalez. And the Raiders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Has this at the 6. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Set. Wide open.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6.
Set. 380. 380. Go.
Taylor trying the left side. Breaks the tackle. Down the sideline past the 40. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Lion, lion, lion. Set.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's off again. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's another Chargers first down.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor
First and
Tigers.
10 at the 18-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. That's a solid block in there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2.
Set. 380. Ready.
Taylor again. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
380. Set.
Thrown back, it's the handoff. And they're turned away on third and short. Actually might have lost a yard, so that's going to bring up fourth down. Now we'll see the medical team head out towards a Charger who's still on the field and in some pain. So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Set. Delta. 5-9, 5-9. Let's go. Home trips right. Hey, Ray. Ready.
They snap it to Herbert. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers break the tie here in the first. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And not liking what it looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know you can set the table for more.
10 at the 50-yard line.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Dropping back to throw. Going deep here for the end zone. This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented. And now the offense has to make the long walk back to the line for 3rd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one, just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
2nd down carry for Taylor. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
To the Chargers, first down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Chargers, first down.
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. The Chargers have an early lead. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. They go again with Taylor. Running in the red zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers take a 13-point lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away.
For the Chargers.
And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
Still
down
10
and
yards to get
10.
this 1st down as they come to the line.
Ready? Hold the look. 60 by 6. Go.
3rd and long for him here. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
It's a turnover on downs.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Set. Hey, he's open. Hey, Ray. Hey, Catholic. Home troops right. Baylor tight. Hey, go lion. Hey, easy. Let's go. 12. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's got it inside the 10. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Bring it up. Hey, ram. Set.
Taylor takes it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21.
Raiders 7.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Xavier Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
Back to throw. And this one is launched downfield. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal, but you get interception and chunk yards with it. That is a gold star effort.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Okay, let's go. 59. Crowd right.
First and 10, Herbert. Escapes the pocket. Connection made with his back deep downfield. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4. And goes to the hurry up here.
And the Chargers, first down. First and goal, Chargers.
Taylor has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of a yard.
Cap.
Second and goal.
Home and troops right.
The Raiders 2-yard line.
Right.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Chased out to his right. And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers continue piling on to this lead.
Raiders 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Shotgun give here to Genty. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Taking a shot deep here. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Pressure's there, and the Chargers got it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
The number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on 3rd down, it's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Fourth and forever coming up. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance.
19 Tiger.
And they're going for this. Gets everything he has under this one. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Black 80, black. Set.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he stopped right as he reaches the 10. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Set. Hey, easy. OP.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Chargers ballooning the first half lead even further. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. And he's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
And the Raiders first down.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Let's go now.
To throw here on 1st down. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
This is Genty on 2nd. Still has some space inside the 35. And he takes it down to the 33. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More from Allegiant Stadium coming up. 1st down now, ball at the 33. Setting up to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Matthew Golden. So that brings up 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
They're going to throw for it on 4th. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Chargers get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
380. Ready.
They'll start on the ground. Taylor. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Working quickly here. Back to Taylor on 2nd down. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Raiders with an extra DB out there. 3rd down.
Set. 380. Set.
From the gun, Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Working quickly here.
6-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's
Home and troops right. 21. Hey, Ray. Go.
On fourth down, they snap it to Herbert. Look at that power, deep left side. It is caught at the 20. Tackle made at the 10, first and goal coming up.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Taylor now up the middle. And it's a game down to the 5-yard line. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Running right, this is Taylor. And second down only works out for a yard. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call, because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
380. Baylor Tiger. Let's go. That's it.
Herbert now to throw on third. He will score. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers get more points to end a lopsided first half. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers continue adding on to that lead.
Raiders 7. Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. So he's taken down after a great run back, but that is going to take us into the break. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, break off the first down.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's third down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
They'll throw, third and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Smith on fourth down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. 380. Hey, Ram. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Hey, Ray. Go.
Herbert from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
380. Cut. 380. Cut. What is it?
Throw here, third down. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Set.
They're going to run it. This is Trevor Etienne. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Straight ahead with Taylor. Here he goes again. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. And gain 11 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chargers.
Kappa, Kappa, Kappa.
Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Offense to the line fast.
Baylor Tiger.
It's second and inches.
To throw, Herbert. He's got it. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Ready.
Taylor will not score. The defense holds and stops him short that goal line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
Taylor again. And he can't punch it in. Man, the defense punches back, sticks him at the 2.
He was taken down.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Third and goal now as they try to pile on further.
Baylor. Ready. 380. 59, 59. Let's go. Go.
Here's Herbert. And he will have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers tack on 7 more to their lead.
Raiders 7.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
On the return. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Genty from the gun. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. He's going to push one deep. He's got it deep downfield. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders put at least a tiny dent into that lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Gonzalez connects, 7 point after. And the Raiders cut into the lead by another point.
56. Raiders 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Hey, Kappa. Set. Grenade.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's got it over the middle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Ready.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. They're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this third quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Hey, ram. Tip.
Throwing now, Herbert. Hits him on the out route. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set. Delta, set. Set.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Baylor Tiger. 5-9. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fields this one at the 3. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. Connects on the crosser. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And now they face 2nd down. Counter give to Jensen. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the pop.
And he's intercepted for the first time this year. And the Chargers take over on his 5th interception of the season. They'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Set. 21. 380. Baylor. Crowd right. Set.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Check this one down to ETN. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Let's go. 59, 59. Home to trips right.
First and 10, Herbert. Finds a seam down the middle. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
There's a handoff for Taylor. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And he's going to have him a first and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Set. 380. Ready.
They'll run. ETN. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second
Baylor
and
Tiger.
goal.
Baylor.
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Chargers are running them out of the building. Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Raiders 14.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. From his own end zone, here we go. He gets popped quickly there. Man, it's not a nice feeling or a nice run back.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And before he can get back to the line, they send him out. So they're going to lose a yard on that first down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Big game downfield. He has it all the way inside the opposing 40.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Buys time, rolling right. This is Reed working the right side. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Raiders putting up points in a game decided. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders take 7 points off the deficit. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Set. 380. Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. 5-9, 5-9. Let's go. 59, 59. Set.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Raiders close it in, and down he goes. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 5 yards. It's second down.
Ram. Baylor Tiger.
Throwing from the gun here. Into the hands of his running back, ETN. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
380. Lion. Let's go. Hey. Green hut.
Throwing from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Baylor Tiger. 21. Home to troops right. 12. Let's go. Hey, Kappa. Crowd right. Set.
They're going to pass it here. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. You've got to keep moving quick here.
A gain of 15. First down,